10 things men do when they are using you. Falling in love is an awesome feeling that gives you butterflies, but it does not always go as planned. You know you like him a lot, but you're beginning to have concerns about his intentions. Whether you've been with him for a year or 5, it's natural for these feelings to arise from time to time in our relationship. Something just doesn't feel right. If you're wondering if he's using you, we've got the warning flags you should be watching for. If any of them apply to you and your relationship, it's time to flee. Don't walk, instead run away from that unhealthy relationship. One of the first questions you may have, if you feel your partner is cheating on you, is, why? Here are some of the most popular explanations. 1. He's solely interested in sex. Some men simply do not want to be in a committed relationship, but are willing to return for sex. They could be conversing with several women at the same time. 2. He's only interested in the money. You find yourself paying a lot more for him than he does for you. And how about financially supporting him? He might just be in it for the money. 3. He's looking for a boost to his ego. Some guys simply enjoy having a pretty girl hanging from their arms. Even if they aren't looking for a relationship, it boosts their ego. 4. He's attempting to make another girl envious. This one can sting a little. When he's using you to get to another woman and make her envious of your relationship. There are numerous reasons why a guy can be using you. None of them are better than the others. Some clues may help you determine whether he is interested in you or simply using you. Continue watching to learn about some of the obvious signs that he is using you. 1. He contacts you on his schedule. Start to pay attention to when you hear from him. Isn't it just late at night? Or perhaps he takes days to respond to your text. To be honest, this is unacceptable. You shouldn't expect him to react to every text right away. But if you notice a trend of him contacting you when he has time, it could be an indication he's using you. 2. You only see him when he requires your assistance. It's not pleasant, but some men will merely use you for attention. For instance, whenever things aren't going well for him. For example, he may have had a difficult day at work, or he may be experiencing hardships. When this happens, he becomes quite interested in seeing you. Fortunately, these individuals are easy to spot, since he only approaches you when he is in need of support or when he needs to chat with someone. Then it's clear he's only seeing you for the attention you offer him. 3. He regularly threatens to leave you. A guy who threatens to leave you on a frequent basis is a guy who isn't frightened to lose you. This is not a healthy sign, because a man like that will benefit from the fact that you like him. That is when he will say things like, "If you don't like it, you can just leave." Alternatively, "If I'm not good enough for you, why don't you leave?" He does this to gain what he wants, and it appears that it doesn't concern him that it's at your expense. So be extremely cautious if a guy does this to you, because the chances are that he is taking advantage of you. 4. He says all the right things. This guy is a pro at what he does. He's got you wrapped around his little finger, and you're well aware of it. He's proven to be smooth since your first date, when he made himself vulnerable by telling you something personal. To his frequent girl, "You're so lovely" praises. A little too slick. You're used to males acting anxious on first dates with you, and this guy's confidence is overpowering. Because he always knows precisely what to say, you get the impression that he's probably saying these things to a lot of women. 5. He never pays anything for you. Regardless of how anti-feminist it may be, when a man loves you, he wants to take care of you. So if you've been eating at a restaurant with him, he'll pay the bill. This is his way of saying, "I like you, and I want to look after you." However, if a guy never pays the bill or is financially dependent on you, there's a probability he's taking advantage of the opportunity and is using you for your money. But before you jump to conclusions, please see if you identify any additional indicators from this video, to be on the safe side. 6. You're not going on actual dates. You've been seeing this guy for a few weeks, but consider how you're spending your time together. You might be having a lunch meeting at your house, except you don't leave the bedroom for a meal. Perhaps he works at night and invites you over after he gets off at 11 p.m. One of the telltale signals that he's using you is that you never go on a date, especially not a full-fledged dinner date that costs more than $10. Has he ever bought you a meal or taken you on a date? If not, this man isn't interested in you. He's having a sexual relationship with you. You might not even be aware of it. After all, you don't mind having sex, but you thought you were having sex with a guy you were dating in the hopes that it might develop more serious later on. Sorry to disappoint you, but it will never happen. This guy will never make a commitment. 7. He won't let you near his phone. Every now and then, we might all become overly protective about our phones, even if we don't have anything to hide. But if he never allows you near his and carries it with him everywhere, to the restroom, to get a drink, he's hiding something from you because he doesn't want you to see it. If he is using you and lying to you, the way he acts around his phone is a dead giveaway. A faithful guy who isn't using you will be careless about where they put their phone. They'll toss it on the couch, leave it on the kitchen counter, or simply forget where it is. A guy who is using you would never leave it alone. He could have other girlfriends on the side that he keeps hidden from you, or he could be in another committed relationship. Something else could be going on if your partner always seems to have his phone glued to him. 8. You've never met his friends and family. Again, you've been dating this person long enough to expect certain things, such as meeting his friends or family. Sure, if his family lives across the country, you might not get to meet them. But after all, everyone has friends, right? Despite this, he has made no attempt to get you to meet them. You have to wonder why he isn't interested in exposing you to those who are important to him. Could it be because you don't matter to him? I realize I'm being tough, but I'm providing you these warning signs that he's using you so you can see the light go out in your mind and do something about it. 9. He avoids seeing you if sex isn't possible. This has to be one of the most obvious signals that you are being used for sex. It's evident what he wants if he won't make any effort to come and see you, day or night, unless sex is involved. You may simply put this one to the test as well. Invite him to an event with you. Then inform him that you have arrangements with girlfriends following the event. Is he eager to attend the event with you? Or is the fact that you have to run after him and can't please him keeping him from saying yes? You'll get an answer right away. 10. He is selfish in the bedroom. Every relationship demands a delicate balance. If you believe he is only having intercourse with you and not making love to you, or if there is no emotion involved, you have a true problem. Maybe you can remedy this if you reach out to him with excellent communication and some advice. If not, you already know where you stand. Don't let him put his selfish needs ahead of yours. Physical affection is an essential component of any close or intimate relationship. You now know whether he is using you or whether he likes you. If you feel he doesn't have your best interests at heart and identify many of the other indicators, it's best to let him go, get over him, and move on. If you love your man, your relationship might be worth repairing. If this is the case, it's time to make some adjustments. No one should be used in a relationship. If you want to change him, try to trigger his hero instinct. The free video in the video description under Recommended Solutions explains the text you may send, phrases you can say, and easy things you can do to activate this very natural male instinct. Thanks for watching.